Hello, welcome to Wise Owl. Thanks for checking out my channel. I'm going to give a quick little Project Skaven update. I haven't done any painting videos this week because all I've done is prime models. And it's been so cold here I can't even spray prime in the garage. So I've been using this brush-on surface primer from Vallejo. It comes in three colors, white, gray, and black. I picked up the gray and I thought I'd give a quick little review. You do need to keep your brush constantly clean. When using this primer, the paint will dry in the bristles and ruin the brush. And it has to be a dry brush. You can't have your paint watered down because that affects the surface tension of the primer and it won't go on the model properly. But here's what I've been working on. 2 doom wheels. The primer goes on really well, as I said, and you don't need to use a lot of it. You just need to give a really thin coating. Here's a unit of Globadiers. I haven't primed these yet. These just came in. I got a really great cheap deal on eBay, so I've got to clean these and then prime them. And then I've got my Screaming Bell kit, all primed and ready to go. As I said, you don't have to use a lot of primer. It can go on really thin, but it does give a great surface when you apply your paints later on. So overall, I'm really pleased with this brush-on primer. Then I have 40 Plague Monks, and you can see in the corner there that I have done a little bit of cloak work. Same yellow hazmat style cloaks that I used on the Plague Monks on my Plague Furnace. So these guys are all ready to go. And then I just have one small unit of Storm Vermin, which I gave halberdiers to. Some of them have the 2 hand weapons or weapon and shield, but most of them have the larger weapon. Then I've got a bunch of bunch of rat ogres. They're ready to go. I did do a few modifications, like the leftover bell from my Plague Furnace kit I gave to this ogre as a hand weapon. And then I did have a couple of leftover swords from my demon army. The greater demon had this sword, so I scraped off all the chaos iconography and gave it to him. And then there was one other sword in that kit, so I added that as well with a little bit of warpstone flourish on the counterweight of the sword. So those are ready to go, and then I have a whole bin full of clan rats that need to be painted. And I'm going to just assembly line these guys, so a couple of quick coats of paint on their cloaks and armor, some dry brushing, some washing, but not the most fun way to paint in an assembly line, one color at a time across all the models, but it does get a lot of models done quickly. So let me show you what I have been painting.
On these two guys. 2 Hellpit abominations, built slightly differently. I had some old dragon wings from my High Elf army, so I clipped the hand off here and green stuffed this wing on. I did drop the model and break the wing off, so that left some cracked glue here. So I'm going to paint this up as stitches, just like along here, and that way that'll hide that joint a little bit more. So started to work on painting in some of the details with this one. So carry on with that and over the next few days and get these guys finished off. This one I also did a little bit of green stuff work. I added in an extra arm, put in an axe on the front with a couple of those little mice on there. I forget where I saw this. I think it was on Blue Table Painting. They had done up this little addition with the Chaos Axe, and I just thought it was so funny, so I decided to borrow that. No, who am I kidding? I copied, but it's just too funny to let go. So great little storytelling in there. And then on this side, I added in another arm on top instead of a head. I just stuck in another arm there, put the mechanical claw on this time, and then another smaller metal wing in place of the arm on this side. So they're turning out pretty well. Done in this really kind of pale, dead skin color. It's not showing up in really well in the lighting here, but it's kind of a pinkish gray with a really pale flesh dry brush over top to kind of give them that blotchy look. So that's what I've been working on. Thanks for watching.